Hey everybody, Chris with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal in Southeast Florida. We are dropping off the trailer right now and we're gonna go give an estimate for a 2-bedroom apartment that was previously quoted for $7,500. That's a lot for a first floor 2-bedroom apartment. The guy on the phone said it's not a dirty house, it just has a lot of stuff in it. So we'll see what that means. I told him, I said, that is a hefty price tag for that size house, but there's probably a reason for it. Well, I'll come out and give you a price, no promises, but I guarantee we're probably gonna be a little less than that. I looked it up on Google Maps and the only thing I could see that's really gonna cause a problem is parking. It's on a one-way street on both sides within a school zone, so you can't block the sidewalk, and there's only like 5 spots next to the building. It's a quadplex, and half those spots were filled in the satellite map. Now there is a parking lot across the street, but obviously to have to transition everything across a technically 3-lane road into a parking lot is going to take a ton of time and it's dangerous. So that's the only thing that I can see that's going to really alter the price. Otherwise, even if it's a hoarder house, unless it's floor to ceiling, like you can't even walk through it, I can't imagine it costing $7,500. So we'll see what happens when we get there. After that, we're gonna be picking up a few pieces from a 2-story townhome. It's one of the townhomes I kind of hate because it has a low clearance going down, it turns, and then it has an even lower clearance with a lip that almost everything hits. And it always has chandeliers that hang low. It's just such a pain. So it's a larger cabinet, probably 7 feet tall, maybe 3.5, 4 feet wide. And then there's a smaller cabinet, and one of them is downstairs. I'm hoping it's a big one. It's probably not though. And then there's a sofa chair that's actually pretty bulky and probably pretty heavy. Luckily, usually those stairs are carpeted, so if we do need to rest it, we can. But Tanya, I'm sure, will have fun. I'm just gonna bring my hand truck and take them down, and I'll show her how to kind of stop on the last step and shimmy it and turn it, and you know, she'll learn some moving techniques today. She's been getting a lot better though. She at least knows stuff in her head. Like, she knows what to do. She just needs to learn it over time and build the strength to do it. But the first step is learning what to do. Something really quick we just want to throw out there. I talked about it in the past, doing a channel membership. Kind of cringy to say, I guess. But we don't really get paid a lot for YouTube, and we spend a lot of time on it. I do it a little bit for fun, but then I do also try to be informative, and it does take a lot of time. So we're going to do a channel membership where it's not going to be like every single month you have to stay tuned to see the next video to complete like a series or something. But it's gonna just be one video specifically for people who are just starting off in junk removal. It's gonna tackle all the bases. Like, we have videos out there, if you want to take the time to go through them all, it'll answer all the same questions for the most part. But you're spending that time. I probably spent well over 15-20 hours worth of binging videos and forums and posts trying to find the information when I first started. So we're trying to just do a one-stop shop, but we're gonna do it visually versus like an ebook. Just so I think most people learn a little bit better visually, and you can take notes and stuff. But it's just gonna be one video, so you can just sign up for the 1 month, watch that whole video, take notes, and then you can stop your membership. No harm, no foul. And it's gonna be an affordable price because it's not gonna be any more than I wouldn't wanna pay, and I'm cheap, so it won't be that bad. I'm gonna do 3 examples. So we're gonna do a scenario for someone like in California, someone for like the Midwest, like maybe like Ohio or like, I don't know, Tennessee or something. And then we'll do one for like the East Coast, like metro kind of areas, like Atlanta, parts of North Carolina, Florida is basically all the same. So it'll be different price ranges and different focuses for marketing and kind of who to talk to based on your area. So it should cover the majority of the US, and it'll have pricing, it'll have marketing, it'll have networking, free options, paid options, what you kind of need to get started. It'll talk a little bit about business licenses and insurances, who to go to, just everything that you for the most part need to get started in just one spot. So hopefully that'll be beneficial to somebody, and I won't spend all that time for no reason. But that's something that we're trying to work on right now, so that'll be up soon. We also have the sides built on the truck. You can kind of see my half-ass headache rack here if you want to check it out. I threw up a whole video of the build. Now we can officially haul about 4 cubic yards in the truck bed comfortably. I could probably do 6 if I wanted to. So that'll be great for smaller jobs where we can't bring the trailer to. Kind of like this estimate we're heading to. Who knows, I may have to use this and just load the crap out of it every time. I don't know, I'm excited to see what was quoted $7,500. I'm just excited as you might be. Main bedroom, 2 twins, dresser, cabinet, closet. Hallway outside of the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Other bedroom.
Okay.
Dressers. Closet.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Cool.
Hmm?
Definitely has a life full of stories.
Table, chairs. This is built into the wall. Cabinets are like half full, so nothing too crazy. Alright, so as you saw, that was the estimate for the 2-bedroom apartment. Parking isn't the greatest here. The more we talked about it, the more I think we'll probably end up getting like a 15-foot U-Haul. And what we may actually be able to do is there's a sidewalk coming out that goes down the middle where these hedges are. And then you can walk along the side here. If I can pull the truck in and get it literally on the wall, like inches away, I think we can load from the back. We just won't be able to use a ramp. So it'll be like loading a dump trailer. So people who say, oh, it's easy, okay. Let's see how easy it is loading all that furniture. Now, there is a budget in mind, and it was about $1,300 less than what we quoted, but it wasn't a budget that's super strict. It was more of a, this is what we have to fund for immediately, but we may be able to pull from other sources. So we'll see what happens. They want it done by the end of the month, preferably. And this was a referral from someone in one of our senior groups that we're in, through her organization. So he even said like he may have suffers in the future, even if we don't get this job. The previous quote, that was $7,500, which is a lot. We found out why. It's from a company that we actually know personally. That means that she referred them before us.
Oh, yeah.
For a straight junk removal job.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. They do like estate cleanouts, but they contract everything out. They don't just do like just flat out junk removal. And that's probably why their price was so high, because they probably charge at the crazy number and then tacked on a heavy referral fee on top of that. I don't know, but I have done work for them before in the past. I was always under the impression that, I know they do estate cleanouts, but I always felt like they did liquidation and like they would resell stuff to go towards it, and then they would handle the moving and everything. So I still get confused about what they actually do. So if they decide, hey, this is all we can get from it, he even said, you know, we could probably just take like maybe all the bulk furniture and then leave all the small stuff behind, which we've done before for people on budgets. That's it for now. We're gonna head to the dump. Got a couple things in the back here, and then we'll see you guys at the next job. All right, we just pulled up to that other job, and the guy called me earlier and said, hey, I just want to give you a heads up. The larger white cabinet, which is upstairs, is pretty heavy. I had to bring it up with a couple of my friends, so I don't know if you want to take the doors out or the shelves off, something to make it a little lighter. And I said, well, kind of plan on it when we get there. Let's take a look at it first. Most people assume that we just carry everything. They're like you see a couch, I'm like, oh my God, how are you gonna take that out? And then I'm like, I'm gonna lift it up 6 inches, slide a dolly under, and roll it out the door. I'm not gonna carry the 6 feet. But people think that though. I have people all the time when I used to show up solo, they're like, you're not gonna be able to do this yourself. And then I go over and I slap something on a dolly and roll it out the door, and they're like, oh, that looked really easy. And I'm like, why would you ever think I was gonna carry this by myself over my head? So, crazy. But we're gonna go take a look at it. We will assess the situation, see what the staircase looks like, and go over and do our little wiggle test where you just kind of push up on something to see if it doesn't budge at all, you have a problem. If it at least moves a little, then you know that it can be lifted. So Tanya may learn how to move some stuff today. I have a moving blanket in here if we need a drag pad. So in case this staircase isn't carpeted, which sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, we will lay a pad at the bottom step. So you go down the staircase, there's like a platform, and then you go down the other staircase. We will put a blanket at the bottom because when we go down with it, no matter how big it is, we're gonna have to set it down, stand it up, turn it, like kind of push it, and then tilt it back down again. But pretty much any piece that you can't just carry and walk the corner with. So we are going to likely have to do that regardless. Unless it's carpeted, then it doesn't matter. So let's go take a look at it and try to get this done as fast as possible because I am starving. God.
She wants.
So I don't argue the woman.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the dresser, or cabinet, armoire, whatever you want to call it. It's not crazy. I don't think it's too heavy. We're gonna see if we can pop this off though, because it's loose. I don't want it to fall and hit the wall. I might just pry it off. So. Alright, so we didn't have the clearance to do the hand truck part, so we had to just carry it down. Still follow the same process though. Even if you had a hand truck, you could stop it on that last step, stand it up, and do the same process. The objective, and that's the tricky part when you have like wood stairs, sometimes you have to lay down a blanket on the stairs themselves, is you just got to get it down like a couple of steps, or usually the last step, depending on how wide the landing is, and then kind of stand it up, have one person just kind of keep it off the wall, kind of hook it down, shimmy it over, and then repeat that down to the next stair flight. So overall, not too bad. Pineapple. The next guy is the sofa chair, and then the other bookcase is on the first floor. Look at Tanya getting motivated, all because she didn't go for her walk today. Let's see if she can do this herself. We just did the same thing with the, it would have been better if you had it flipped around, because then you could have used the void where the cushion is to hook around the railing like we do with doors. But it's probably small enough you can still make it around. The only good thing is you have a cushion against the wall.
Yeah.
All right, Tanya. Carpet stairs for the win. What? Like woodhouse ants? That's a wrap.